I am definitely not the greatest cook in the world. As a matter of fact, far from it. But I will say this. I approach cooking as I approach photography and everything else in my life. I tell myself that it's fun, it's a creative process, and it's something that I find to be very positive and uplifting. So, I approach cooking the same way. Today, I want to share with you my way of cooking macaroni and cheese. Is there a better way to do this? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I did it the easy way with a handful of products: ground mustard, elbow macaroni, evaporated milk, and cheese. The butter I'll use later. First things first, okay? I added some salt to some water, and then I got it going. Actually, what I did was to follow the package, and the package simply said to boil water, to add the macaroni, cook the macaroni, and then drain the macaroni. So whatever brand of macaroni you're using, all you have to do is to follow the recipe, follow the instructions on the package. Then I bring the water to boil, of course. Put it on high and bring it to boil. Once it started to boil, I was all set. I just added the macaroni to the boiling water, stir it, and stir it. I don't want the macaroni to stick to each other. One trick is to add oil to the water to prevent it from sticking. I then cook the macaroni for 9 minutes, not 11 minutes, because don't forget, it's going to be baked later, right? So cook it for the lesser of the 2 times recommended. I use my blender to do things other than to blend fruit juices together. I added cheese to the blender. I then added some evaporated milk to the blender. I then added a teaspoon of dry mustard to the blender, and then once everything's been added, I then blend it all together. To recap, I added cheese, I added a can of evaporated milk, and 1 teaspoon of dry mustard. I told it was easy. After 9 minutes of boiling the macaroni in salted water, I added the macaroni to the dish. I then added the blended sauce, my cheese sauce, to the dish. See, it's all very easy. Mix it all very well. I want the little sauce, my little cheese sauce, to get inside every nook and cranny of those macaroni bits. I then added some grated cheese, pre-packaged grated cheese, because I'm lazy. Alright, fine. Pre-packaged grated cheese to the top of it because I happen to like a crust on top of my macaroni and cheese, a cheese crust on top. I then put it all in the oven and bake it, and I allow my nose to be the guide, my eyesight and my nose to be the guide. Checking it every 30 minutes or so, usually doesn't take as long as an hour, and voila! It is done. The oven temperature about 350 degrees. Put it in and let your nose and your eyesight be your guide. Don't forget, everything else is already cooked, right? And there I have it, macaroni and cheese. macaroni and cheese, the easiest way that I know of to make one of the most delicious dishes there is. Bon appetit, and don't forget to share your comments and your suggestions. Thank you very much.